Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more Distant Worlds universe. Last time, our war with the Teekans actually ended, but the war with the Asilis Major Enclave continues, and they actually ended up taking one of our planets in the Bisteni Major system. Obviously, we're not happy about this, so we're going to be fighting to take it back. I believe as we speak, what is it, Strike Force Delta is already en route, with no troops, but we're going to secure the area above the planet by, wiping out our own defensive battery. Now, if I also recall correctly, I also sent Strike Force Alpha in to attack their home planet. So that will be, those will be some exciting things we're going to be able to see in this episode. Now, I've been doing a little bit of thinking. I'm like, you know what? I think it's probably some sort of sense of pride or something that's kind of, got me. A lot of people will say on the boards. I guess I've been sort of influenced in a way by people, who play this game, who, brag about playing expert. But you know what? I'm wondering if these people pause the game, which is something I tend to not like to do. So I figured, I think I've demonstrated my ability with the game enough. Let's go ahead and make things a little bit easier on myself, even though I don't find the game all that difficult. But I think maybe not easier, but maybe we'll say help myself organize my thoughts a little bit more, because I tend to be all over the place. I'm like, holy crap, this, and I feel like I'm jumping around from one thing to the next constantly. So I figure, you know what, maybe it's time to automate some stuff. We have a large empire. It doesn't mean that we can't guide some things. We've seen how disastrous automation can be, so hey, it'll be a fun time. So let's go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and go under options and see what kind of things we can automate. So colony tax rates I want to control by myself. Colony population policies, we're going to keep those manual as well. Ship design, we're going to keep those automated, even though I have been playing around with those myself. Troop recruitment. This one here, I'm actually tempted to automate and see, because just because I click this doesn't mean I can't, we'll say, set specific details about it up in the Empire policy screen. I might go ahead and do troop recruitment. Let's try it out. Let's see how it works. If it doesn't work, we'll just disband a bunch of troops. Fleet formation, I like to keep that manual. That way there I can name things and I know where everything's supposed to be. Research, it's so slow, which is the way I like it. So we're going to keep that as is. Character locations. That's probably something I could spend a little bit more time with, to be very honest. I don't think that this will have any impact on intelligence missions, because that's what this here is. So, maybe character locations would be a decent thing to automate. No, let's leave that. Colonization, let's go ahead and have them suggest new colonies. Shipbuilding, let's also have them suggest things. I think what I'm going to do mostly is just have them sort of turn on my advisors, I guess. So if I go suggest offensive mission, by having these suggestions, that means they're going to be popping up, and that will be reminding me of things I need to do. Suggest this, sending diplomatic gifts. Sure. No, treaties I'm going to keep as is. War and trade sanctions, we'll keep those manual. Colony facility building, suggest new ones, and pirate missions. Let's go ahead and suggest pirate missions as well. So I guess we're not really automating too much extra. We're just basically turning on, well, I guess you could call them advisors, because they're going to be giving me suggestions about things they think I should be doing. Bisteni Major. Okay, so they're sending more ships over here to try to sort of secure this area. I'm pretty sure Strike Force Delta has got the firepower to hold this planet, hold this area. So yeah, Strike Force Delta, please go ahead and blockade Bisteni Major 1, if you would. And then when we get some troops, which hopefully will be automated and built around the place, I could do that manually, but like I said, if it's one less thing that I have to worry about, then that's good. Our intelligence experts think that we should send our agent San Nothris on a secret mission against the Rhodian Hive. Our agent would attempt to assassinate Asunka Paulden. Wow, okay. Show me first here. Let me see. That's not exactly what I was hoping that it would show me. So they want us to assassinate a Rhodian. Why? And who is this? San Nothris? What is his skills as a an assassin? Let's take a look here. Intelligence agent, San Nothris. He's actually got a decent assassination. What would do the Okay, so I'm not going to hit approve or decline here. I'm actually going to go ahead and see about manually doing this and see what my success ratio would be. So we'll say assassinate character. Who is it? Asunka Poldan. That's a troop general. And if I give him a year, it's 83%. I'm going to decline that mission. No. I'm declining that mission. If it's not like 90%, I'm probably not going to... No, I'm not going to go. It's not worth it to me. But then again, is San Nothris really good at much else? Like, there was another skill that he had that was, counter-espionage. So, you know, is it better to keep him on counter-espionage, or is it better to start assassinating, you know, random people? You know, if the Rhodian Hive was maybe more of an equal or more of a threat, I would consider the risk worth it. But as it is, I'm really not scared of them, so I don't see that as being a problem. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and look at the Empire policy screen. I went ahead and I automated troops, right? So I want to see what it's going to be doing troop-wise. Construction troop recruitment. So never recruit troops until colony population reaches 0 million. So I can set it up so that there's a certain population that they need to reach before they start getting troops. Minimum number of troop units per colony. I would like to have at least 2. Minimum of 2. Troop garrison level colony. Now, if I set this to high, does that factor in the 2, or is that just in addition to the 2? We'll say 1, and then I'll put this on high. So high garrisons, and I'll put a minimum of 1 troop. We'll see how that works out. Like I said, we're gonna need to sort of play around with this a little bit, because I don't usually play things too automated. I either put it on like rule and absence, where the game plays itself and I just sort of watch, or I play with like nothing automated. So we'll look at some of the nuances a little bit of how that's working. Like for example, if I look at this planet here, looks like they're recruiting a few more troops. That's going to hit our cash flow, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to definitely hit our cash flow. Establish a new colony. All right, let's see here. What are our advisors' things that we should be doing? Offer attack mission to pirates. Our military advisors recommend that we offer a contract to mercenaries to attack an enemy target. The target is Remsen shipping. So basically, this would be an attack on a base of a pirate faction, and it would cost us 65,000 credits. You know what? Let's approve this one. What about this one? Smuggling mission to pirates for what, the blue planet has resource shortages. Really? Really? This is interesting. Where does it have, resource shortages? Show me first. Blue planet. What resource shortages are we experiencing at the blue planet? Let's see. Resources. Sorry, cargo. So amounts. We have a lot of the, let's see, polymer's good, Tyrillian down, carbon fiber, lead steel. It looks like we've got quite a bit. You know, even the reserved amount is pretty low. I don't see anything that jumps out at me as like a necessary thing that we're low on. Is it these parts? No, that can... All right, I'm going to decline that one. Hello? Black screen? Okay, cool. They want us to establish a new colony. The ocean planet Calarbra Major 6 in the Calarbra Major system would be a good choice for a new colony. We have a spare colony ship, the Fading Miracle, ready to send to this location right away. Where is this colony? Let's take a look. It's in a system we already own. And, yeah, it's decent, actually. Sure. Approve. Holy crap. There's a lot of stuff coming in from the advisors. But you know what? Like I said, let's pay attention to them. Let's see what kind of things mean. You know, that's another thing. Sometimes you can learn from your advisors. You can be like, oh, you know, that's something I haven't been looking at, or it'll draw your attention somewhere. This is a bit much. This is a little bit much. They want me to do a lot of building, I don't think I need to be doing that much building. We're gonna drop these down here. I don't need that many troop transports, that many capital ships, that many everything. What I'm going to do, let me see. Yeah, I think that's a decent thing. Grab like an extra escort, some more frigates, and maybe 2 resupply ships. Another colony. A Hora County Prime System. Let me see. Colonies. So is this? Oh, that's up here. I actually have no presence in that system. Now that'll put a little bit of that'll press up a little bit against the Srelur Empire. Now it's also always dangerous to be doing, we'll say, colonization during the middle of a war, but you know, hopefully I'll be able to hang on to it. We already have a spare colony ship sitting around doing nothing. Sure, send it off. What about this one? Troxian Major System. Let's see, where are you at? Troxian Major. Quality of the planet, it's decent. Let's approve it. Like I said, we need to improve, or we'll say, our economy a little bit. Our cash flow is kind of negative. So, you know, I'm looking to create some new colonies to build up. They're not huge, like great colonies, but you know, they are going to be able to give us, you know, some population growth, which will, you know, transform into its some money. Our intelligence experts think that we should send our agent Grey Fox on a secret mission against the Asilis Major Enclave. Sabotage construction at Asilis Major Scheme. Okay, let's take a look here. That's not what I wanted again. Let's consider this. Grey Fox. I liked his inspiring presence, but I'm not really sure how effective that really is. But that's a sabotage mission, right? So he doesn't have any bonuses for that at all. I don't think he would be well suited for that mission. Decline. All right, so now that we're done with, we'll say, some of the advisor things, let's go ahead and take a look here how this battle above Bistini Major is playing out. Now, one of the nice things about the automating the troops, hopefully, is that it will result in you know, more troops for us to be able to sort of to grab. So I can maybe get Strike Force Delta to you know, go and grab some troops at a nearby planet. Like, for example, in conjunction. But the thing is, Jason, you could just manually do it. Yeah, I know, but so see, yeah, they're recruiting 3 extra, and oh, it's automatically been garrisoned. Okay, so I think these garrisons are actually a little bit on the high side. Let me see, Yanker Junction. I think that's what I just clicked on, right? Yeah. Game, slow down for a second, please. Even with automation. So we're recruiting 1 more. So I think high garrison means 4 units on a planet. That is going to turn expensive. We've also got a decent amount of corruption here. 32%. Okay. So we need to, that's right. Do we have a regional capital? Yeah, Tika's right there. That's a regional capital. That should be bringing down corruption, but, oh wait, did corruption go down? I think I saw, was it at 33 a second ago? I don't know. Anyway, so it looks like the Asilis Major Enclave is really pushing, you know, down in this area here. They're making a really strong offensive in that direction. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like the 38th Fleet is heading back up to the Asilis Major System. Strike Force Alpha is getting a little bit closer. This will be interesting to see how that plays out. Like I said, that's really going to destroy our cash flow. I think maybe we need to adjust our garrison amount here. 2 units there. Okay, no, maybe when you specify low or high, it does so, we'll say, in relation to the population of the planet. I don't know. Because, you know, it's got 2 units here. Or maybe it's smart enough to know not to do it all at once. I don't know. It'll be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Let's see. Steal research information from the Naxilian Union. Let's, I like hitting show me first because then it moves this window off to the side so I can actually go ahead and take a look at everything they're suggesting. Like, for example, we have an intelligence agent that is actually decent at espionage, do we not? Or was he... Or did we lose him? I think we may have... No! Kobe Callan's not bad. So maybe Kobe Callan... I don't know why they wanted to send Grey Fox, but sending Kobe Callan on a mission to steal research from the Naxilians does not sound like a terrible idea. Let's say, where is it? Steal research on hyper-accelerated projectiles. I don't even think we need that because that's basically railgun-type weapons. But sure, why not? Why not? We'll steal it anyways. Decline that. All right, let's. I've got confidence that my fleets will be able to defend against the Acilis Major Enclave, except for maybe no. We've got ships down there. We are good. We are just fine down there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the assault on their homeworld. That should be happening momentarily. They have a lot of ships in system. I'm just hoping that there are a lot of small ships. I'm hoping Strike Force Alpha can handle this. Strike Force Alpha, where are you guys headed? I want to make sure that you guys are not getting too close to the planet. Yeah, they're gonna be dropping out of hyperspace around Acilis Major 2, and then I'm gonna get them to stay around the planet to draw the defenses over there. Don't want to get too close as because I don't want to deal with their defensive fleets at the same time as you know, their defensive bases. Okay, come on, Strike Force Alpha. You should be here by now. There we go. The first ships are arriving now. Kind of. Maybe. There we go. Whoa, they just took off. A bunch of their ships flew off over there. Okay, sure. All right, guys, respond. That's right. Draw them out. Come on. The advisors are going nuts. They're like, you should be doing this. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. I will get to that in a second, advisors. Just give me a second. All right. So yeah, it does appear that they have a lot of smaller ships here. We've got, you know, escorts. They do have some larger ones too, though. So maybe it would be in my best interest to try to group up and focus fire some targets. Yeah, that's probably for the best. So let's actually, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna take some direct control over these units now. I realize that, you know, it's a destroyer and it doesn't really need all of our attention, but what it's doing is it's pulling our ships all in close together, which means that when it comes time to focus fire on some of the larger ships, all of our ships will be ready to rock. There we go. Because if you don't play a lot of, we'll say, like real-time strategy and stuff, there's one thing I learned from. I used to love playing Mech Commander. Like Mech Commander 1, I had that back in the day, and I used to play a ton of that. And one of the things I learned while playing that is it is better to focus fire on one target than to just spread your fire out across a bunch of targets. Now, I don't like the way this is what's happening here is that it looks like our troop transports are separating a little bit from the rest of our ships. So what I want to do is I want to bring our other ships over here again so that our troop transports aren't taking direct fire. So, like, yeah, head back this way and destroy this ship. Now, that's one thing I do like. Even though I've given an order to say, you know, to the entire fleet to attack, let's say, this cruiser here, they're not going to be just dumb and avoid every other ship that's near them. Since they're not in firing range, they're going to go ahead and continue shooting at these other ships that are, you know, behind them. But yeah, I need to sort of move the fleet over in this direction a little bit so that the troop transports aren't under such direct threat here. Oh, crap! The Millennium Falcon is... Crap! The Millennium Falcon, you need to get out of there. You need to get out of there. Crap! You need to get out of there. It's already got the escape order, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Millennium Falcon, you need to get out of there. It's taken damage to 32 components. Actually, you know what? How powerful is the... Yeah, the Millennium Falcon is still a larger ship than the other ships I've got. The only problem with the Millennium Falcon, though, is it does not have repair bots on it. So what tends to happen is... Why can't I assign orders? Okay, come on. Get out of there. Get out of there. It doesn't have repair bots, and I can't retrofit it without basically just changing it and basically getting rid of the advantage on it. I'm wondering if it's time to retire the Millennium Falcon, because at this point, because it doesn't have the repair bots, its survivability is a lot worse, and it's kind of a liability in a way. Okay, come on. Warp out. You can warp out, can't you? So when I select these ships, I can't give them a direct attack order. Oh, because I've actually got to... Alright. So... It looks like they've mostly pulled back. Millennium Falcon, you know what? Seriously, guy, you need to, I'm debating if I should just make it leave the fleet and group it into a different fleet. Yeah, we're gonna do that. The Millennium Falcon is now being retired from Strike Force duty. So, the Millennium Falcon, the reason, like I said, because it doesn't have that survivability that I would need from a Strike Force, but it still's got a lot of firepower, I think it would make a very good defensive ship. So we're gonna go ahead and, where would we need something like the, crap. It's somewhere on this list. There it is, Millennium Falcon. Where would be a good, defense? You know, for now I'm just gonna put it as part of the blue system, defensive fleet. Or the Sapphire Defense Fleet, that's what, the Sapphire Defense Force is what I called it, I believe. Where are you? And then, you know, after it's been repaired and stuff, then I'll go ahead and loop it in with we'll say another fleet that might really need might need the extra firepower. All right, now you are getting pulled a little bit out of position as a carrier. Gotta be careful with this. Okay, so Truxian Major 1 has been colonized. Now this is a great opportunity for me to not touch troops at all and see what the automation is going to do. So I'm going to leave the troops on its own. However, I am going to queue up a small spaceport and the defensive base. And Baraluo, you still have that... let me see, that's down here. We still have a pirate base on there that we need to contend with. All right. They're not pulling all the, they're not drawing all their ships back. Who are they firing upon? They're firing on the Rhodians. Are the Assils Major at war with the Rhodians currently? Yeah, they're at war with us, the Caadians, the Wakaris, the Meridian Alliance. So, why are they firing on the Rhodians? Or are the Rhodians firing on them? Huh. Yeah, it looks like the Rhodians have... Where's the Rhodians? Rhodian Hive. Where's the Rhodian Hive? Actually, it's not even on my... Oh, there it is. They're furious. They're not officially at war. The Rhodians are sneak attacking the Assils Major Enclave. Okay, that's going to break out into war very soon. Alright, advisors, I see an attack an enemy target. Military advisors recommend that we attack the continental planet Assils Major 1. Assils Major 1. Is that the one that I was about to attack? One of our Fleet Strike Force Alpha is ready to carry out the attack. You know, I'm one ahead of you there. I'm one ahead of you there. All right. So let's actually try to move in a little bit closer. I want to draw out some of their, some more of their defenders. We'll speed things up just a touch here. Now they was to also establish a new colony. Where is this? It's, Kuwak 1. Show me. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm always down for some new colonies. Okay. So, we're gonna move Strike Force Alpha up a little bit. I actually want to jump out and I want to see how Strike Force Delta is doing as far as blockading Bisteni Major. Dang, there's a lot of Facilis... Is there a lot of Facilis ships in this system? I don't know. That's not a lot, but, you know, they're keeping a presence here. They're being a pain. Okay. My cash flow is dropping really hard, and I suspect that's because of the additional troops that I've decided to go ahead and start training. Looks like Strike Force Echo, however, is ready wherever they are, so I'd like to go ahead and get them to load troops. And maybe I'll get Strike Force Echo to capture Bisteni Major. There we go. Alright, Strike Force Alpha, how are you doing? They've moved a little bit closer to the planet. Looks like they've drawn a little bit more attention. That's cool. I want to keep them... Like I said, I want to move in. I don't want to have to engage too many things at the same time. You know what? I'm wondering, if is it now or never? Strike Force Charlie looks like it's good too. Okay, Strike Force Charlie, you attack Facilis Major 1. I want to see where is Strike Force Charlie. It's all the way down there. Okay, so Strike Force Charlie is mobilizing. They're going to go ahead and attack Facilis Major 1. I think I'm actually going to wait for Charlie to start their attack before I get Alpha in position. Yeah, so we'll draw out their defenders here with Strike Force Alpha. And then when Strike Force Charlie jumps into the system and starts attacking the planet, then we'll have Strike Force Alpha go in. There we go. Oh, crap, you're getting too close. Back off, back off. Oh, I don't want you within range of those defensive bases. Defensive bases actually have quite a bit of range on them because of those, you know, the fact that they can launch fighters. Fighters are actually very effective in this game. So we've pretty much almost wiped out the entire defensive fleets, like all their ships. Strike Force Alpha has just been, you know, just tearing through them, and I believe Strike Force Charlie is almost here. Let me back out a little bit. Strike Force Charlie is down here. So yeah, they're almost in system. As soon as they begin their assault officially, then I will have Strike Force Alpha begin their invasion of the planet. This has actually been, I would say, one of the more fun, engagements I've had in the game. It's nice facing off an enemy that's kind of got the resources to really go, like, really throw stuff against you. So I'm kind of curious as to how this is going to play out, because I've mentioned this before. You know, I've said, oh, Kenachar 1. Huh. So they tried to invade, but it looks like we've got quite a few troops on there. So I wonder if that's part of our I guess that's our we'll say our tax dollars at work, right? You know, our cash flow's in the crapper, but hey, we're safe, right? And I like that because I hate losing planets. But the thing I had mentioned before about, you know, as the game goes on, I think it's going to be harder and harder. You know, I think it's easy, right? Because, you know, okay, I'm steamrolling a lot of stuff, but as we get larger, as you notice, a lot of people are angry and furious with us. A lot of people don't like us. Like, the only people who still like us right now are the Great Kaidian territory, because we're scratching their back. You know, they called. We've always followed through with them. It's you know, we're good with them, but everyone else doesn't like us, and I can just see everyone wanting to declare war on us all at once, just to take us down. So I've got to be cautious as well, because you know I could be like, oh yeah, I'm great. We go ahead and look at the you know, Empire comparison screen. I'm like, oh man, I'm ahead of everybody. Yeah, yada yada yada. But you know, Great Meridian Alliance is not too far behind. And you know, if you took all the other militaries and you put them all against us, we would lose. You know, we're not all powerful here. Okay, come on, Strike Force Charlie, you're almost there. You're almost there. And Kalarba Major 6 has been colonized. Cool. So, Kalarba Major, why don't we go ahead and just build a small spaceport and a defensive base around you, and then jump back down to see how Strike Force Alpha and Charlie are about to be doing. Because I think that sounds like a fun time. Alright, let's mobilize. Strike Force Alpha, please attack the planet. Here we go. I have a feeling this is just gonna slow down so much. Yeah, there we go. Strike Force Charlie's warping into system, and holy cow, my frame rate, man. Yeah, this is going to be a slaughter. All right, so we've got Strike Force Charlie and Strike Force Alpha both attacking the planet. Things are just slowing down so much. I don't think anything's going to get off planet, get away from here. We've got, let me see, how many ships have we got? We got 24 ships with Strike Force Alpha, and Strike Force Charlie is another 26. So that's what, 50? Yeah. No, wait. I've already forgotten how many ships was in Alpha. 24 plus 26, yeah. So we got a total of 50 ships, most of them huge. We're talking like cruisers and, you know, capital ships mixed in there as well. Actually, these are mostly carriers. Or cruisers, sorry. Yeah, there's like one capital ship in there. So I don't think we're gonna see any casualties because, yeah, we pretty much. All right, let's see how bad we can chop this up. Wow, that's at one-time speed. It's like the game just can't keep up. Just boom. Now let's see situation on the ground. Have we dropped troops yet? We have. Not enough though. Come on, guys, get those troops on the ground. Dang, that is that's a lot more strength than I was expecting. Come on. We might actually not win this. Come on, we gotta get more troops on down there. Huh. Like, currently they're outnumbered. And that's probably the reason why the enemy's got such strength here. As we start to... Yeah, there we go. I don't know if we're going to be able to match them in strength. We should be able to. There we go. There we go. Now the tides are turning. It looks like they've pulled back a lot of their ships to try and help defend the planet. But for the most part, if we go ahead and take a look at military strength, that's still decent. I think most of their strike forces were off, you know, trying to take our planets, but yeah, we've got this. We have total space control. We've got special operations. Yeah, this planet will be ours. You know what though? I think it's going to be sort of a prolonged battle though. It's gonna take a little while to take this one, just because due to the size, like the population, the number of troops on the planet. It's going to take a while. And another thing I need to consider here is, while I do have the advantage right now, if you look at the health of a lot of my troops, we have lost a lot of strength. Let me see, what is their defense strength? 13, 7, yeah, so our units are a lot more powerful. So even though they've got greater numbers, ours are more powerful, but he still is... I'm not going to get too cocky. There's still a chance that we could go ahead and lose this one. Now, I think I said last time that we were going to go ahead and capture this planet this time, but, you know, I think we are out of time for today, unfortunately. So we'll have to see how things play out next time. So let's go ahead and save the game as LP62 because this is after our 62nd outing. That sounds weird to say. So yeah, if you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments section, and until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.